I am a warrior and a member of the team.
I feel like I accomplished something big.
I feel exhausted, yet very relieved at the same time.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am pretty ecstatic.
Physically and mentally tough.
Actually, I feel better now than I did when I got my bachelor's degree from college. It was kind of like, boom, you know, everybody has a bachelor's degree.
I'm an expert and I'm a professional.
I'm glad I did it.
I'm just thrilled.
Engage and destroy.
They challenge you mentally and physically.
I am guarding freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier.
Warrant officer, technical expert.
An individual that is willing to take on challenges.
Warrant officers have to be well-rounded, well-faceted.
It is an individual that is willing to get out of their comfort zone.
And it's not necessarily what they're good at that they're going to have to technically advise on.
Warrant officer, highly specialized in a military occupation for an entire career.
They are ultimately the stabilizing force of an organization because they maintain their expertise.
They're the ones that stay in place, and they're like there over an extended period of time.
Warrant officer, subject matter experts.
The key in being a warrant officer is not necessarily being able to lead from the battlefield, but to be able to assist that commander in making an accurate and informed decision on what could happen in the battlefield environment.
Warrant officer, mentor.
As a warrant officer, you have to demonstrate traits of excellence, of leadership, and of training abilities that you can help others and train others to be most knowledgeable in their field.
Warrant officer, leader.
And what I look for in a candidate or a possible candidate is someone that has the passion to take what they've acquired with their enlisted background and a passion to make a difference.
They value the challenge, they value the opportunity to lead, and as well as being the go-to person, which is what warrant officers ultimately are.
The path to becoming a warrant officer in the Texas Army National Guard is an individualized journey laid out in 3 phases. It takes dedication and determination. Phase 1 involves finding a warrant officer position and putting together your predetermination packet, then receive an appointment as a warrant officer candidate.
The symposium is designed as a workshop so that we can bring all these soldiers together and we can discuss what it takes to become a warrant officer.
I decided that this would be the time that I'm going to use all my energies, every talent that I've ever earned or experience that I've gained, and put it to good use.
When a soldier puts that application together, that is their entire military career in one packet. And so when that application goes to the active duty branch proponent, it's pretty much telling them what they've accomplished in their life.
They give you all the information you need. There's recruiters there to help you.
I was able to generate the correct paperwork, put the paperwork in the correct format. I was able to get my physical, all the things that are difficult to do, especially as geographically diverse and large as Texas is.
They did everything there. We did a physical, security clearance if you didn't have one. I mean, it was like one-stop shopping.
When they come, they bring with them the qualifications that they have, not only what they have obtained, but what they have been recommended for. Their NCOERs, their NCO evaluations is critical in showing that they do demonstrate the leadership that they need. The letters of recommendation show that they can obtain the warrant officer branch, that they have that ability and they have those technical traits.
To some extent, I'll be starting all over again, learning not necessarily the technical aspects of my field, but the leadership.
Phase 2 involves distance learning as well as 5 months of individual duty training.
It's designed to present them with as much challenge as we possibly can to see how they react under stress.
I can't hear you. A little louder.
We try to encourage time management, prioritization. We'll give them more tasks than they could possibly ever accomplish in a given period of time to see where they choose their priorities and where they place their priorities, and whether they put themselves first or whether they put their other candidates first.
And that's something that when the TAC officers come in there and your wall locker is squared away and your everything is folded correctly and your bed's right and your shoes are underneath your, you think, why do we have to do that? And a lot of it's just because of attention to detail, and a good warrant officer is considered a technical expert in their field, and through that technical expertise, even the most intricate things as dotting your I's and crossing your T's is extremely important.
My eyes and ears are ready for the coming of the text. They have trampled through my wall locker where all my stuff is stacked.
By the time they get to the Phase 3, which is an advanced portion of the WOCS program, they're at ease in making a decision in a stressful situation, and the chances are likely that they're going to make the right decision.
Keeps marching on. Brown keeps marching on. Hey!
Phase 3 is held for 2 weeks at Fort McClellan, Alabama, and involves mental and physical challenges with TAC officers, as well as leadership in a training environment.
If you think you know a lot, or you think you know who you are, I think you'll be surprised. You'll learn something.
They have to come together as a group, and they have to learn to look out for their fellow soldier that's in the class and going through the nightmare with them.
Part of the whole program is us pulling together as a family and helping each other out. And most of my class, they prayed for me. They gave me encouragement.
And that right there tears down typically the walls of I'm an individual and I'm looking out for myself, because you cannot survive in this course without your fellow candidates.
The third phase experience was pretty intense. More action, more jam-packed training.
It's about learning to simply make a decision and then living with the decision too.
As long as you're learning and don't forget it and apply it, be okay. It's when you learned it and put it back in your trunk when you go home and throw all the books away, then you haven't done anything for the Corps.
You have different TAC personalities, and they like things done differently. So getting everyone on the same sheet of music is really difficult.
If two TAC officers are on the surface contradicting each other, that's going to be no different than two commanders or two leaders out in a military unit contradicting themselves also. So now you as a leader, as a warrant officer, you're going to have to discern what is the best course of action in that situation, because there are actually times where you as a warrant officer may be a platoon leader or even a company commander. So now you're in a situation where it's time for a decision because you're in charge.
And finally, graduation.
You just have to persevere and finish.
Everyone's really tired right now, but you can kind of feel that everyone's also just that relieved. It's exciting. At the same time, graduation's coming up tomorrow. We just had graduation practice. Everyone's feeling it. I'm just thrilled.
And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey
It still is pretty intense. And from the smiles of everybody that you see when they come back and they've got that W1 pinned on their chest, you know that they've gone through a program, and you know that you've got a higher quality warrant officer.
This is a great ceremony. We have 92 more warrants added to the Corps. We're anticipating projecting out to 300 warrants a year. And in the future, we'll open up 4 Phase 3 sites. We have 2 up right now, 4 in the future. We're looking for absolutely the top-notch NCOs who will not make a sergeant major rank to come into the Warrant Officer Corps to develop.
We're making warrant officers, yes, but we're also at the same time trying to strengthen the Warrant Officer Corps of Texas and the U.S. Army as a whole.
Then the warrant officer journey truly begins.
And the feeling when I graduated was just incredible. It's such an accomplishment. And I had worked so long and so hard to get to that point. But one has to realize that that is only the beginning of a long road, long professional road. My basic course taught me how much I don't know. And because of that, now I have to spend time finding a mentor. I have to spend time doing professional reading. I have to teach myself to become a subject matter expert at the things that I don't know.
it's a very small group. So we tend to think of ourselves as elite because of that, but you're also expected to be a leader in the form of an officer, and you touch both worlds. So that takes dedication to do, and it is a challenge.
Officers and NCOs and enlisted personnel look to Chief for information to make decisions, and Chief's got to tell them the truth.
If we can be the check and the balance in the program and remain honest and upfront and not compromised, we will always gain the respect and have the respect of officers and enlisted as a whole.
People come to a warrant officer because Chief knows, and that's just what it boils down to. Chief knows.
Ultimately, as a warrant officer, you'll enhance the National Guard's ability to serve your community and country.
There's a lot of NCOs that do not even know these opportunities are here, so we're trying to address that as something that is available to them for them to make those choices.
It doesn't matter how easy it is for you or how hard it is for you, what you put into it, what you get out of it, it's worth it.
Never give up on your dreams. If you think that you can do something, if you see somewhere where you want to be, don't be the person that says that I wish I would have done that, or, a few years ago I could have.
It's exactly what I needed to do to actually make that final push into becoming a leader and not just a follower.
And they call me warrior. They call me loyalty.